Hyun Kyung is going to have a huge amount of support out there. Very vocal fans. 3 birdies against a bogey on her front 9. Looking for a 9th tour title. Kyung first to play from the left-hand side of the fairway. Front left pin today on 10, but we see that if you go past it, it can be a little treacherous. Real shot. It is pretty slick if you go past this whole location. So for Park Hyun Kyung, very much a defensive putt she's got to hit now. Just try and get it over that little ridge a couple of feet in front of her, and then the terrain will do the rest of the work. Tell you what, it's got half a chance. Oh, look at that. Park Hyun Kyung gets the crowd roaring with a birdie on 10 to tie the lead once more at 8 under par. Boy, has she looked good with that putter today. So momentum back in the corner of Park Hyun Kyung. Contenders just unable to get any sort of momentum, and you see that tree placed right in the middle of this fairway on the 11th. Not going to be able to reach it to Hyun Kyung, but with that right with the ball above her feet, does help to pronounce the right to left ball flight. So start it right at that tree, just sling it back. A couple of weeks ago at the Dukshin EPC Championship. Took last week off to tee it up at Rainbow Hills. That is an inexcusable shot, just to catch it heavy, only wedge in hand. It's klutzy. She knows it. Decent birdie look coming up for her as the co-leader Park Hyun Kyung has a much longer effort at this 11th. Not a very convincing effort at all from Park. His putter has been on fire this Sunday. Cold there at the par 5 though. Now Hyun Kyung for par. Safely in for Park Hyun Kyung, but she trails once more. First of the day drops her back to 5 under par. As Hyun Kyung starts this par 4 with a one-shot deficit to make up once more. Oh, that is a little wide. Right rough. The line doesn't look too bad. Maybe sitting down a fraction, but again, you're just forced to play defensive from a position like this. Anywhere between the flagstick and the left edge of the TV tower would be an acceptable result. I don't think you want to carry this onto the green. Coming from that rough, you're not going to get any spin on it. You'll be able to hold the ball on that front segment. If you try and play just short of a front edge number and it kicks up, rolls up, great. If not, it's a simple up and down. Just got to think clearly in these situations, because you'd rather have a chip from just short of the green than a putt from the back edge. Did exactly what I said not to do. Club face turned over. Now she's long left. That still gotta keep your focus over these little par putts. She's up to the task. Really good up and down. Keeps Park Hyun Kyung within 1. Now Hyun Kyung is going to have to make something happen. Just don't see Hyo-ju coming back to her. Qualifies as making something happen. Oh, has it got too much speed? That's going to finish on the top step. And that's unlucky for Park Hyun Kyung. Just a slightly flatter ball flight than Kim's. That first bounce a little hotter. Unable to get it to hold. Similar to the putt she had on 10, just got to get this moving about 6-7 feet in front of her, and then it should hit the slope and skate on down. Oh, such a quick putt. That's really nicely done. Your fair share of problems. Now Park Hyun Kyung for her par, having just watched Kim Ji-soo miss a tiny one, always makes it a little uncomfortable. no problem. Safely brushed in for Hyun Kyung, but that birdie from Kim Hyo-ju, she's starting to fall a little further back than she'd like now. But not on this occasion. That's safely down the left-hand side of 14. Almost 6 meters of elevation to this green at 14, and Hyun Kyung doing the sensible thing, not taking on that flagstick. Park Hyun Kyung elected to putt this one. Healthy amount of movement off her left in this, but pretty flat topography wise, so not really a slippery one. Just got to send it out the high line. Oh, absolutely clobbered that. Knee knocker left for Park. Hyun Kyung. She's within one right now, but only if this drops. She's got this for par as well. Okay, nicely rolled in. Gains a shot with Hyo-ju's 3-putt. 4 holes to play, just 1 shot between them. Hyun Kyung trails by 1, 4 to go. Quick pickup of the tee. A good sign there on 15. In between clubs on 15. I don't think you take the longer one. Even if you're 30 feet short right on the green, a lot better than being long left. We've seen that demonstrated several times already today. Steady, steady. That should be okay. Should settle up there. That's fine now for Park. Just gotta ensure smooth roll through that first 4 or 5 feet of fringe, because once it gets on the green, it will be a little downhill. Should come left as well for Park. Oh, took a little wobble. Just knocked some of the speed off, unfortunately. It's a solid par 4. Should come into play for these ladies. We've seen a lot of balls. This green to the left. The prevailing wind is off the right for these girls. Park Hyun Kyung is going to take it straight at it. Oh my goodness! Almost a roof-raising ace. I don't think she realizes how close that got to going in. Another look from this angle. Get that E-class up for grabs. Trailing by 1, took it on, and almost produced one of the greatest shots in the history of the KLPGA Tour. Brilliant from Park. Look at Kim Hyo-ju. All you can do is smile, really, and acknowledge the brilliance of the lead Park. Though this is slightly downhill, not a bad thing for Park Hyun Kyung. Just has to get it started and should hold its line very nicely. After that excellent tee shot, this to tie the lead. There's parity at the top of the leaderboard on Championship Sunday once again. Park Hyun Kyung draws level with Kim Hyo-joo. The title, Park Hyun Kyung seeking a 9th. Par. Now Hyun Kyung just trying to leave it handy for her third now, second on the 17th. So I can put the pressure on first. Park Hyun Kyung with a good wedge shot here. See a couple of players just catch that a fraction heavy. Severe upslope that you're hitting from. It's easy to let that leading edge dig. Probably aboard, but sort of double the distance of what she would have liked. This is when momentum is such a huge thing. Park Hyun Kyung can find a way to roll this one in. Hyo-joo's putt all of a sudden looks double the length. She'll get it to 10 under par for the first time this week. Oh, she hasn't hit it. She hasn't hit it. It was on a good line. Now Hyo-joo with an opportunity to give herself the lead going down the last. And to go down the final hole tied with the world number 3. Group making their way down to the green final group back on the tee. Hyun Kyung will be first to play. Fairway, maybe pop that one up a little bit. It's not quite as far down as she would have liked. Kyung's going to have to try to put some pressure. Kim Hyo-joo's got a much shorter second shot in. It's a 6-iron from the top of the hill for Park. Oh, it's the one place she couldn't miss it, into that front right bunker. We've seen some poor lies in that trap. And now very much advantage, Kim Hyo-joo.
네, 역시 마지막 조 우리 프로들 소개해 드립니다. 먼저 롯데 소속의 김효주 프로입니다. 네, 그리고 이어서 김지수 프로 소개해 드립니다. 큰 박수 보내주시죠.
The question for Park Hyun Kyung is, how is that lie? Well, it's sitting okay, but you can tell that's a very oddly shaped bunker. Not a contour in it. And she is on a bit of a side slope. She'll get to the back of the ball without any difficulty, but look at the amount of undulation in that green up ahead. She's about 4 feet below the level of the surface as well. Just has to try to toss this out to the right, fly it as far up as possible. She'll get some spin on it, provided she clips this nice, but not easy shot at all. That came out heavy. She's trying to get it to release. It's not bad, but she will putt for par before Kim Hyo-ju putts for birdie. Keeping a brave face, but must be a little disappointed. You can sense it. Park Hyun Kyung knows the only chance she has is she's got to make and hope Hyo-ju misses. Putter has been her best friend all career long. It's been on fire for most of the day. She's going to need to call on it one more time here on the final green. A par putt to come. Straight uphill, so she can be bold with the pace, but she needs this to drop, and she needs a little help from Hyo-ju. She is to win a 9th tour title this week. This for par. Oh, and it doesn't go. She's left it short. Oh, and that is hugely disappointing after putting together a brilliant Sunday chart. 69-69 over the weekend, but it looks like Park Hyun Kyung is going to come up agonizingly short again. I just knew that did not have the pace.